So this is a video, and this is my opinion on the deaths of this week. Two specifically. I'll touch on Doris Roberts for just a little bit. And she was older, so it was kind of expected that one day, one day we all die, so that one didn't really shock me. It sucks, because she's funny, but yeah. But the two that got to me were Prince and Chyna. Chyna's really got to me because I'm a huge wrestling fan. And her being part of DX, especially at the time to where I was really watching and was really a part of my childhood, my teenage years especially. She was, one of the big parts of me liking wrestling. She wasn't like all the other women. She was big and muscular. She wasn't these little, little divas, if you will. And, from the time she debuted to being Triple H's bodyguard, to the stuff she did with DX, to what she did with Eddie Guerrero, to winning the Intercontinental Champion, being the only woman to do that, and being the first woman to ever be in the Royal Rumble. Even there were talks about her, maybe winning the WWF title. And then the whole thing with Triple H and Stephanie, and her and Triple H not working out, and supposedly he might have been seeing Stephanie before him and Chyna were officially broken up or divorced or whatever. But yeah. And then the stuff that she did after wrestling, that's not, I don't want to get into that. But that's kind of what was said, what stopped her from being in the Hall of Fame and being talked about as much as she should be. But now that she's dead, we're definitely going to have her in the Hall of Fame. Now, isn't that something? It's kind of weird how that works out, right? I mean, Sunny still does porn. I can pay $100 and have a Skype session with Sunny right now. But she still does it. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. Big part of my childhood. Chyna, you'll be missed. And I pray for your family. And the other one being Prince. Prince, one of the most successful and one of the most talented musicians that we ever had. Came out in the 80s, and the guy had more talent in his pinky than I do in my whole body. I mean, songs, movies, the guy could do it all. And even though he also had been famous for a few years, everybody still knows who Prince is. I mean, you hear When the Doves Cry, you hear Kiss, you hear 1999, you hear Purple Rain. I mean, you know these songs, and you know who they're by. I mean, even trying to be, trying to keep his fame by changing his name to that one little symbol or whatever it was. The guy was out there, but he knew how to stay relevant. But he wasn't as big on my childhood as much as like Michael Jackson, if you will. But he still was a big part of music, and that's something that I love. So it sucks. And this is a video I promised you guys. We're going on 4 minutes now. A little bit past it. Almost 5. But anyway, I want to get my thoughts out there. And prayers to all 3 families of all 3 celebrities. And you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you on tomorrow, I guess, for another daily vlog. And I'll see you on Monday for Thoughts from the Throne.